Hi, teachers, colleagues, friends. How are you? I hope you're doing okay. So great to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, I'm continuing on this sort of research journey, I don't know, discovery around paying attention to your feelings. And so that's my theme this week in the name of writing. Next week I'm going to focus a little bit about reading, but still on this sort of quest around um, how do we pay attention to our feelings, to other people's feelings, and really figure out how to deal with that. So this will be, the continuation of this whole idea of like how can we really stay connected in that way. So what I did today was I showed the kids um, a video of what I did this morning, and I talked about how my feelings changed very quickly within minutes this morning, and then and I invited them to write in that way. So let me show you. So I have this video of my morning walk this morning when I happened to see some dolphins. I'm staying in Florida right now with my cousin, and wow, look at that! Got a big screen. Um, and and so anyway, wait for it. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Amazing. And so I basically shared with kids today the idea of how this was what was I feeling for this in this moment, and going back and looking at our feeling list and trying to really articulate it. And I could have been excited, but I really wasn't, because I kind of expected to see a dolphin because I've seen one almost every morning when I went out walking. So I was more just really happy. It made me really happy to see them. And that was really more of, someone else may have been excited, but I was feeling happy. And then I introduced to the two writers sort of these down feelings, these high energy down feelings. So these are high energy up feelings based on Mark Brackett's Permission to Feel book that I've been studying. And then these are those down feelings that are high energy. And what had happened was some man decided to stand in front of me and ask me, was he blocking my view, but never looked at me, never checked to see my answer. And he was, of course, in fact, blocking my view. So kind of annoyed me a little bit. And I shared with the kids, like, in a moment, in a couple of moments even, your feelings can change. And it's important to pay attention to how you feel and to try to name them. And so I wasn't really angry or frustrated. I felt like I was more annoyed than anything else that I don't even know why he bothered asking. So, but anyway, and then I shared all these different feeling words with them. And then in my notebook, I just wrote, really thinking about that moment. And one thing I mentioned to them, that one way that can help them get into that moment, I didn't necessarily make a big deal about it, but that I started with setting, and to consider setting. And then I wrote about, first I was happy, then I moved into being annoyed. So both of those feelings can go inside of that moment. And remember, teachers, the feeling piece that I'm trying to really help kids, I mean, my main goal in this work, my main goal is always to get kids to feel confident in their writing and to see the power of the written word and how it can really help you in thinking about who you are, who you want to be in the world, how you see others, and how you interact with others, and how you learn from others, and then how you understand your world. And writing is so empowering, and that's what I want. I'm always wanting that. That is the biggest thing that I want from writers. But certainly, I'm going to give them some narrative tools. We're working inside of narrative right now to lift the quality of their writing, in conjunction with really paying attention to understanding how they're feeling. Can they name it? Can they really pay attention to it a little bit more than they've ever done before? And then sort of create maybe that scene of when they were feeling that way, and maybe even noticing that feelings change. That was the other big thing that I said to them. And I think it's important, I think we all kind of know that, but we don't, I don't know, always like really think about it is that feelings do change. They can change within seconds, within minutes, and they're always changing. And so, yeah, so that's a great, I think, a good thing to pay attention to, especially for yourself. So I'm continuing with this journey around feelings inside of narrative. And then the other thing I shared with kids today in my notebook is the power of paying attention to how many words they're writing. So we talked about counting words and then also how long we're writing. And, I just threw out 10 minutes. I don't really, honestly, like 10 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever they can do right now. The bigger thing is they're going to write more. They're going to write for longer periods of time when they see and value their writer's notebook and they see the power of that. So the more that I can help them see how empowering it is to have that notebook and to really help you understand you'll write longer. You'll write for longer periods of time. You'll write more and more. So I know that will happen, but I'm tucking it in there. Just, why not? Pay attention to it. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I am thinking about you. I miss you. Take care.